I can get into a habit of eating pretty much the same meal every day for a week or two. So I wanted to show you what I've been hitting this week. I don't know what to call it. It's got all of my favorite fruits and veggies. Fruit, really, bro? Yeah, well, okay, it's got tomatoes, that's a fruit, so we're good, I'm not lying. All of my favorite go-to shopping list items, I'll show you how I throw them together in a hurry, and off we go. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. I eat really healthy food, and you can too. I eat a whole plant food diet, free of added oils and processed garbage, mostly free of added salt, oil, and sugar altogether. This one will have a little bit of salt because I'm going to use some green olives. But anyway, that's optional. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I've got a few of these beautiful gold potatoes. I'll use russet potatoes. Sometimes I like to use russets and peel them, but right now I've got 6 Yukon Golds that I've just washed. So all I do to chop up these potatoes is I'll cut a little end off of here so I can lay it flat, and then I'll cut this into some thin patties, I guess we'll call it, and then I'll cut the patties into strips, turn them and dice them up into cubes. Simple, simple. And throw them in a pot because I'm gonna boil them. I wanna cook these potatoes separate from everything else because they take a little bit longer. Okay, I've just covered these potatoes with water and I'm going to bring them to a boil and then let them simmer for like 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, now I'm gonna chop up 1 yellow onion, but it could be any kind of onion. All these ingredients don't really matter. They're just whatever you've got on hand. It all just goes together and it tastes really good. You'll see. All right, let's chop this onion up. Super simple. We're just gonna chop and throw it aside and we're gonna saute all this stuff up. Check it out. I'll just throw it right into the pan. No big deal. It doesn't need to be hot. We'll sizzle it up later. All right, next up, I've got 1 bell pepper. This is a red bell pepper. It could be a green bell pepper. It could be any kind of pepper that you want or not. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna dice it up and throw it in with the onion. So just cut this into strips and then I turn them and dice them up. Oh yeah. Next up, I'm dicing up like 6 of these brown baby Bella mushrooms. Just dice them up like you like them. It could be the white mushrooms. It could be any kind of mushroom you want. Dice them up and throw them in with the onions and the bell pepper. Yes. I also like to throw in a couple of jalapenos or spicy peppers because you know how I like it spicy. This is optional. If you don't want spice, don't throw these in, okay? I'm a little lazy right now, so I'm not even gonna bother cutting out the seeds and guts. We're just going full on heat. You know me. I was at the Latin market and I bought some of these lighter colored spicy peppers too, so I'm gonna throw one of those in the mix as well. All right, I've just turned the stove up to high. Let's get this baby sizzling and we'll add some water if we need it. And check your potatoes. Mine are nice and soft and perfect. I'm just gonna strain them out and bring them back. There we go. As it starts to heat up, it's gonna give off some of its juices, but you can add a little bit of water from your kettle right here and just kind of get the process going. And let's go chop a couple more things while this is sizzling away. I like to add a couple of zucchinis, but I like to add these at the end because I like my zucchini to be a little bit crispy, you know what I'm saying? So let's just cut these down the center in half and then down the center again so they're quartered, and then we'll just chop away here into like, I don't know, 1/4-inch pieces, I guess. It doesn't matter that much. Throw them in this bowl so we've got them ready. Okay, now I've got like 5 or 6 little Roma tomatoes. You can use any kind of tomato. I love this dish with some tomatoes at the end. I just chop the top off, slice them in half, cut them into strips, and dice them up. Simple, simple. Okay, we've got our tomatoes and our zucchini. Let's do a little bit of kale. I don't always do greens, but this is a great way to get your greens. So just pull off the kale so you've got it off your stem like that. Real easy. You don't need to go and be that picky about this. And we're just gonna bunch it up and start chopping it. It's all gonna shrink as soon as we put it on the stove, so you don't have to be real careful. Just chop it up. Perfect. Okay, into this bowl it goes. Let's head back to the stove. Just keep it stirring. We just want to get it nice and tender, and then we'll throw in some of our spices to give it that flavor. So here's what I like to throw in. Go ahead and grind a little bit of black pepper in there. I also like just a little bit of cumin, maybe like a ½ teaspoon of cumin. Some hot chili pepper. This is optional. If you don't want it hot, you can leave it out, but I put like a teaspoon probably. And then I've got a little bit of oregano, maybe like a teaspoon of oregano. that I'll grind up in my hands and throw in. And some marjoram, maybe like another half teaspoon to a teaspoon of marjoram. It's pretty forgiving, don't worry. Oh, we need a little more water. Let's keep it going. You know how I never really measure. Then I've got like a teaspoon or two of garlic, minced garlic. I like lots of garlic. Oh, that smells so good. All right, one more thing that I really like to top this with when it's all done are a few green olives. If you're not doing salt, obviously olives are super salty, so you can leave off the olives, but I'll take like half a dozen olives and just chop them up. Then I've got an avocado that I'll slice open, and then I'll just kind of dice up this avocado with my knife. Be careful, don't cut through. And then I've got a lime. We'll squeeze on a little bit of fresh lime, so I'll just chop this lime in half, and we're ready to dress it up. All right, it's looking good over here. Most of that water has evaporated, and we're left with these beautiful aromatic veggies. They smell so good. So let's dump in our potatoes, along with this 1 can of black beans that I've just drained and rinsed. Throw in our tomatoes and zucchini, and we're gonna give that a stir, and then we'll throw in the kale at the end. And let's get this kale in, give it a stir, let it wilt a bit. All right, let's get a bowl going. Oh, it smells so good. Let's eat this thing. We'll sprinkle on some of these olives on top, just like that. Got some avocado. Let's scoop a little bit of the avocado out. Throw that on top. Mix it around a little bit. Then I'll just take half this lime and squeeze just a little bit, not a ton. Little lime juice over top like that. Boom, we're done. Let's eat this thing. Hot. That was good. Awesome flavor. So simple to throw together, no planning involved. You just take whatever you've got in the fridge and just make it happen. And I'll just snack on that all day long. I've got a nice big pot, and I'll just do a bowl here and a bowl there, and I'm set for the day. I love it. If you like this one, then you'll love my cooking show that I do here on YouTube live 2 times a month for like an hour and a half. We just hang out cooking really good food. I take requests. You'll get downloadable PDFs of all the recipes that I make, access to the previous almost 40 episodes that we've done together, and you'll get a 10% off discount in the Well Your World store for all of the salad dressings, bottled sauces, you name it. Sign up down below. I hope to see you on the next show. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.